Okay, is everyone ready?
Sure
How
am.
many uh so we leveled the third level. I'm at 26 hit points. Does that sound about right? For everybody, I got 20 point, 24, 20. Okay, yeah, I guess that's about right. Okay. I just want to make sure, so I had a snafu on my leveling. I want to make sure I didn't accidentally give myself too many hit points. So I know Wintermute worries. So
Oh, tremendously. Hey, man. You don't understand. After the game, I send everything to Balkoth.
for review. Oh, there's some craziness going on there.
Um, okay, so last time you took Nanny Poo Poo's mission,
Lunch.
and you went and defeated the pterodactyl-like creatures, and um, Nanny gave you the names of people who might be able to assist you in finding the reason for the death curse. And one of the names was at Orlunga, which is immediately to the west of you and is the closest location. And from your position at Mbala, you can see that there's a great ziggurat sticking up through the trees off in the distance. You know, one of these ancient step pyramids.
Is that the big O?
Yes, the Big O.
Okay. Now we fought her on the same day that we fought the pterodactyl guys, right? So,
Yes.
but you gave us a long rest, right?
I have given you a long rest
Okay.
to
Okay.
start
So it's
out
the next
fresh.
day. Okay. So everything is reset. Okay.
But
All right.
she gave you the two important names were Saja and Baza. And she said,
I think it was three names.
and you had Valandra, Shadow.
Landra, Kursabal, Zalcore, and Saja. Oh, and the Red Dragon.
Yes.
It's actually quite a lot. Let me just. Can I just copy paste this? Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully.
there you go. They are supposed to know how to find the lost city of Omu, where we shall find the Soulmonger, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
And I think we decided on going to the one west of us, which
Or
is
Longa.
yeah, or Long Saja Nabaza.
Gesundheit.
We're just gonna call her Mary.
All right, let's go. All right, there it is.
uh, anyway, I went ahead and figured you all were going to take a long rest and so forth to recover from the fight and to gather what supplies you can from around the ruins and so forth. And you had a spooky but uneventful night, and once again you could hear the distant roars of loud predators off in the distance. And tables. Wilderness. Jungle. Okay. Yes, you all set out west for Orlunga. You travel for a day, and you're roughly halfway to your objective. And you set up camp, post the nightly watches, and once again, you're just hearing the distant roars and the extreme loudness of the jungle as it comes alive at night. And the next day, which would put you at day 14 in the jungle. I feel like I'm being transcribed. And left.
Sorry, I was typing and I didn't mute myself. That's my bad. That just registered. Right, because
That's
I was
alright. It's just
distracted.
funny.
I'm not
Hey,
working for the NSA. I
uh,
promise you.
if you do transcription, I've got some videos. We'll talk later.
Okay.
So, day 14. Um, around midday, um, you see this massive brick and stone ziggurat, and that's the map. And that would be the Orlunga ziggurat. But you see this massive stone and brick ziggurat rising up from the jungle. And you can see two staircases angling up and across the front face and one from the right. And, in essence, there's 3 levels of stairs that you have to ascend. And the very top level, the 4th level, is roughly about 60 feet above the jungle floor. And you can see that it appears to be some sort of enclosed shrine or temple. You can make out labyrinth symbols on it. And the jungle encroaches right up to and even onto this ancient structure. And the first flights of stairs are choked with creeper vines and tree roots and flowering vines. And, it might have been surrounded by a city long ago, but the jungle is so dense that, it would take hours of searching to find any hint of buried foundations or tumbled stone. And sadly, the game map does not look like the picture.
That never happens.
Yeah, no one has done a map of this.
Oh, okay.
Not even wizards, damn it. Man, our internet is sucking tonight.
I have a question.
Yes, ask away, my son.
Um, I have 2 points of inspiration. I don't remember getting these. Did I misclick something earlier, or?
No, I gave you a point of inspiration simply because you took notes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And Guasha. And delete token, delete all token. Ah, shit. Wrong way. So, I'm putting you on the map. You're standing next to this extremely large ziggurat, and what would you like to do?
That's a good question.
I'll have the imp scout ahead a good 30 feet. Fly around behind the trees and behind the bushes to see if there's anything.
Okay,
Lying in wait.
yeah, he's detecting, the typical birds and monkeys that would inhabit the jungle, but nothing immediate that would cause any kind of alarm. And I put you all on the map down at the bottom of the stairwell.
Aha, there I am.
I suggest Diego can detect traps. Anyone else? Anyone else
Not
good at
Cathma.
perception?
Cathma will stay
Perception,
close
probably.
by.
Trap specifically.
Alright, so we're looking just to go straight up to the top.
We could poke around first, if you'd like, just to see if there's anything outside here that could clue us in on what's going in the actual ziggurat itself.
Maybe we should announce ourselves to Mary before we step on her steps. Just say aloud, Mary, we've come with a question. We beg your pardon while we trespass on your land or something.
Alright. Let's announce ourselves then.
You do that while I'm gonna scan slowly climb up and scan the all the footpaths and any kind of breaks in the ground or anything.
Okay. Like I said, this map doesn't really fit the description, but the steps up to level 1 of the ziggurat are about 50 foot long, and they go up about 30 feet. And there's this tangle of roots and vines that are covering the steps. And how far do you want to try to climb up? Your full 30-foot movement?
I'll be going slowly, but yeah, I'll be going I'll be going up until someone stops me, I guess.
Okay. As you start climbing the stairs, there's so much of this tangled roots and vines and whatnot that it's truly difficult terrain. And once you get about 10 foot up, you start getting scratched by the thorns from the vines and plants that are growing out. And do you want to continue? Do you want to go the next 10 feet? 5 feet?
That sounds like a loaded question.
Yeah, probably not. I'll head back, and if we want to go up, maybe we can find a better path or a way to deal with these vines or whatever. We got a couple druids in our group. This is plants. This seems like druid territory.
If nothing else, I can just cantrip them to death with fire.
You got burning bonfire? Great bonfire? Anybody?
I have firebolt.
I've got sacred flame, though it's supposed to target a creature. And if I want to burn a spell, I could do flaming sphere. That does a good job of burning stuff.
I also have flaming sphere.
there any chance? Well, actually, do we even know your imp exists? Because it's been invisible this entire time.
I would have made it turn into something else and appear, and told you it
Okay.
has many forms. That way, you weren't completely. You see a little demon pop out of space, so you might freak out.
Is one of these forms a bird?
The imp can fly.
Can it speak?
Yes, common.
If we want to announce ourselves in a non-threatening way, perhaps we shouldn't start burning the temple's Ziggurat's defenses, and hopefully maybe your familiar can go in ahead of us and search for the Ziggurat's master and ask for entrance.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
I can wild shape. Well, I can't fly. Never mind.
Yeah, you can't fly. I'll have the imp
Yeah.
do a circle around invisible. Do a circle around the ziggurat to see if there's another way up that isn't so nasty, and then come back to me and report, and then I'll have it. We'll see what he says, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. About how high up are you going to go?
The first thing I want him to do is to look for another set of staircase or a path that it's free of the vegetation, and just fly around.
Okay, like the first level.
Yeah, the first level. Just tell me if there's another way out would be easier to get up.
Okay, yeah. The imp takes off and he starts flying a wide circle around it, and as the first picture shows, there are additional sets of stairs, but they are all vine covered as well. And as the are you going to have him continue doing his circle, like all the way up to the top?
Yeah, he flies 60 feet when he turns into a raven, so it shouldn't take him too long to fly around the whole thing and just give it a once over.
Yeah. He's able to fly around. Like I said, you're not finding any stairs that don't have the vines on them and whatnot. Um, as the imp tries to fly closer and even over top the pyramid, it's like he encounters this headwind that keeps pushing him back, and it's almost like there's this invisible shield around the temple.
Mm.
And the imp is just not able to penetrate it, and
Okay, I'll relay. Looks like the imp has encountered some sort of a wind force field thing near the top that doesn't allow it to get near the top of the ziggurat.
Huh. Maybe this might also suggest that we can't pass through the this.
Or maybe
Force.
only walking things can.
Can your
Yeah, there may be another way in or something.
Sorry, imp. It's true. Before the stairs, then, shall we just take some time to personally search the outer perimeter of this ziggurat?
yeah, that's no problem at all. You all work your way around it, and it's the same. You're not finding any secret entrances. You are able to touch it and feel the walls. When you try the other set of stairs, it's the same story. Once you get about 10 foot in, you start getting pricked and cut by the thorny bushes.
And these thorny bushes, do they only exist on the stairs, or do they, are they present at the top of the ziggurat?
The bushes and whatnot only go up about 30 feet, and they are all along the base of the first level of the ziggurat.
Well, we could just burn it
Yeah, I
or
suppose
cut our way up, I guess.
Why don't we just yell announce ourselves? That way we were giving them a chance to let us enter.
Could it be a
Before we-
detection thing? Because I mean, the only spell I have here that's useful would be like pass without trace. So supposedly, um, everybody cannot be tracked except by magical means. Could it be something where we could slip past whatever is finding us and causing this problem? I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's just a physical defense of sharp bushes that probably strangle you after you're another 10 feet. So, or
Yeah,
something
something like
horrible,
that.
or it's poisonous. Is Diego showing any signs of infection or anything from his cuts?
No, not at all.
Not at the moment. Okay. Um, okay, I'm just gonna yell out.
Yeah, I should have taken unseen servant.
Yeah, well, it couldn't carry us, so I'm
No,
just
but-
gonna yell out Sajat and Baza, Master of Et Orlunga. Five weary travelers seek answers to the mystery of the Soul Forge. Uh, we entreat you, please let us enter and ask our question. And we'll wait a second for the answer.
And you hear nothing.
Typical.
Okay. All right. Somebody want to burn some bush?
I guess that's the way.
Oh,
I guess I'll just firebolt my way through the bushes.
okay. You all start up the first 10 feet, and you're fireballing and firebolting and whatever all you're doing to try and burn these bushes away. And you notice that almost instantaneously after you have burned the bushes away, it regrows. And truly, you're making no headway at all.
Mm.
Well,
And the
good
bushes
thing I
go-
was only using cantrip.
Yeah. And the bush goes up 30 feet, you say?
Yes.
And we can see the top landing that's beyond the briars.
Yes, you sure can.
All right.
I hate this, but
Are you looking at the top landing right now?
Yeah.
Okay, you happen to notice something.
Oh, you mean in character? Sorry, I thought you meant out of character.
I am, because I'm thinking I'm going to Misty step up there.
Okay.
Okay, you thought you saw something, but you're not sure. Would you like to try your Misty Step?
Actually, I'll have the imp fly. You said the imp can't reach the top of the 30-foot?
The imp is not able to push into the pyramid at all while
Okay.
flying.
While flying, okay. Well, gentlemen, I think I saw someone up at the top. If we try to march our way up there, it's probably going to wound all of us.
Do you think
Should I-
something really small could get by? Like I could turn into a spider
You
Something like that.
caught just a little glimpse of something when you were looking up on the first landing. And to be honest, you really can't believe your eyes. And
The
you
hell are
see one
those?
of those little creatures.
The
And
little the little shadowy thing.
yeah, the little shadowy thing with the weird face.
Hmm.
But as quick as you think you saw it, it vanished out of sight.
Interesting.
Well, the imp can turn into a spider. I'll have or a rat. I'll have it turn into a spider and start climbing up the staircase and see if it can get past the briars without getting stuck.
Yes, at 11 feet, it's almost like the briars have moved in order to prevent the imp from going through.
All right, I guess we just give up and leave. Okay.
That's funny. All right.
And you know, as you're watching the spider imp come back out of the woods, once again you look up at the top landing and you see this little creature there, and it's about a foot tall, and its mask kind of looks like a triceratops head, and it's carrying a large orange and purple orchid. And it looks at you all, you're looking at it, and it turns around and it starts running up the stairs. And I'm sorry, it would be about 15 to 20 feet from you and not on the landing. Because as it decides to run up the stairs, you can see that the thorns are parting out of the way for this little creature.
Oh, and it has something in its hand.
Yeah, like
Gotta find
like a
that plant.
flower. Yeah.
An orange and purple orchid.
Have we seen this orange and purple orchid anywhere else around the ziggurat?
Um, you have seen it several times in the immediate surrounding.
Ooh, let's grab some of those.
Yeah.
Anyone have proficiency in nature?
I do.
Okay, you don't even have to roll.
I do.
Nice.
I do as well.
um,
I'm a druid.
yeah, it takes you roughly about 30 minutes, but you do manage to find enough of these orange and purple orchids that each member of the group, including our invisible imp, would have one to carry.
Sweet.
It's like the key that unlocks.
The vines.
We hope. All right, let's try this again.
Feels very 60s, like we're gonna sing songs, flower songs or something. I'd like to
Okay.
buy the world a Coke.
You all start going up the stairs, and you get. I'm gonna move the imp up to where you're at. But you're able to move up freely, and as you get close to the thorn bushes, they part out of the way for you, and you do not get stuck at all. And you're on this nice little first level, um, looking at the second level, and these stairs are roughly 33 foot long, and they rise up in elevation 20 feet. And the stone is crumbling from age and decay. And um, as you start to climb the stairs, they start to crumble beneath your feet, and really all you're doing is making grapple out of the current stairs and not gaining any altitude at all.
Great.
Can the imp fly up this flight of stairs, or is it still can't fly above the ziggurat?
The imp is not able to fly into it any more than
Okay.
the point where he walked to.
Okay. So, and our weight is causing it to crumble.
Yes.
Okay.
We assume.
We assume. So, as a rat or a spider, can the imp climb up the staircase without? Maybe we could throw a rope up there and it could tie it up on something.
Even as you in the spider form,
Do I see anything out of place?
yeah, you spot another one of those little creatures up above you on the other level. And I'll tell you what you see here in just a second. But even the weight of the spider, the stone is crumbling beneath its feet. And, you're really feeling the presence of some sort of powerful magic at play. It feels very like old magic, and you can't really identify, what particular spell they would be using on this place. But there's no doubt between the thorns and so forth that this place is magically protected.
This is like the freaking Lost Woods in Breath of the Wild. Maybe I should have played fucking Link.
But Sheer, you see another one of these chewingas, and this time the mask that it's wearing resembles a chameleon's head. And you can see in one hand it's got the orange and purple orchid, and in the other hand it's got a red parrot feather. And after you make eye contact with it, it turns and it races up the stairs with ease, literally light as a feather on the fragile stones.
Little bastards. Shoot it. Kill it.
I guess we gotta find a red parrot's feather.
No, we don't. We just have Moltec turn into a parrot.
Druid turn into into that bird.
I don't think I can fly yet, can I? At third level?
No, but
No,
we can feathers. We can pluck them out.
We can just take your feathers. Yeah.
So that's it. Your plan is for me to turn into a bird so you can pluck me. Seriously.
Just wait what happens when we get hungry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Shear's probably waving around a bucket of stuffing. Question on the wild shape. I can do a total of so many hours per day, but I can do as many shapes as I want, or I'm not that familiar with it. Or I can just do the one shape and then once I change back, that's it. How does that work again? I'm not familiar with wild shape that much. You'll have to excuse my ignorance.
I think it's
Probably
like
do one shape at a time.
Yeah, I think it's like two shape shifts or something, and it's
Per long rest.
Yeah, per long rest, and each one is like an hour long, something like that.
Right. Okay.
And whatever you change into, that would probably be it. Because remember, you get that whole stat block. So if you could just like for the hour just change between shit and keep resetting the HP bar, that'd be kind of.
Right. Okay. So the wild shape. Here we go.
That's her
Well,
level 20 ability, though.
I guess
Level
the first
2.
question is, are there any red parrots flying around?
You have seen red red parrots since the very first day in the jungle. They are very common, and with a few minutes of searching, you're pretty confident that you could probably find a couple of feathers.
Okay, it is 2 uses per long.
Or
Per
you can
short.
pluck the druid.
I'd rather pluck the tree.
I would rather
You're pretty
find
free willing
feather.
with the druid's feathers. Just gonna say.
If they're that common, we don't have to pluck the druid. But I mean, if it was gonna put us out.
You keep pulling on that feather all day. I'm telling you right now, nothing's gonna happen. In the, I assume, is there an equivalent animal in the, like what would that be? A challenge rating, a quarter?
Or a parrot.
I'm looking at the. level
Probably
10,
just find
level
whatever
2.
small, non-threatening bird like a raven or something, and just use that stat block.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got deer, frog, lizard, rat, spider, weasel, and badger. Bat. Got a bat. Let me hear. You get challenge rating 0, 1, 8. I'm just going through the list. Challenge rating a quarter. It's going to be less than that, though.
So why are you going to change into a bird if you're not going to get plucked?
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, I'll change into the bird if we do it. I'm just looking to see if there's a.
We pluck them, but we don't need the feathers. We just leave them there.
That's
Just because it's funny.
okay. I gotta say,
They
We're
probably.
paying it forward for the next group.
I would imagine that the feathers would probably disappear when the wild shape ends anyway, if not.
Well, he's a
Yeah,
druid.
I
He wouldn't
mean-
want us to hurt an actual animal, right? So he'd gladly give up the feathers.
It just turns into his hair or something.
I will
you
give
know?
up the feathers if that's what it takes.
No, we'll hunt some. We'll hunt some
There's
parrots,
a
I
hawk.
guess.
Would it be like a hawk? Would that be it?
Uh,
There's an owl.
yeah,
Sure.
either one of those should work. However, like I said, within a few minutes of searching the jungle, you should be able to find feathers.
Yeah, do that. Back off.
Let's sacrifice the druid another time.
There will be no plucking today. Crisis averted.
And oh, I forgot about this. So, yeah, anyway, enough of you have the flowers and now the feathers, and you're able to go up to the third set of stairs. And these stairs actually, first, second, third. Truly, you're right there. They rise up about 12 feet, and the stairs look like they're in excellent condition, but you've got these swarms of poisonous snakes slithering all over them.
Oh, why did it have to be snakes?
All right, where's the little guy? Let's cut to the chase. Where's the little guy with the mask?
Okay. Suddenly, you notice that there's this third Chewinga standing among you at the base of the stairs. And its face resembles a mongoose, and it carries the red parrot feather and the orange and purple orchid. And it steps forward to the bottom step, and it takes its orchid and it whacks one of the snakes to make it angry. And you got the pissed off snake roaring back, and then it takes the feather and it starts stroking the flank of the snake in order to calm it down. And
Okay, sure.
okay, you ready? You ready for this? There's more. And as the snake calms down and it flattens out on the ground, the chawinga um, lays down beside of it, and you can see the reptile starting to slither through the mouth of the mask and inside this creature. And the chawinga starts slithering up the stairs like a snake, and he's untroubled by any of the other snakes.
So let me just summarize. The chewinga used the feather to stroke the snake into a
No,
calm state.
it thwacked the snake first with the
Orchid.
lotus, the orchid.
Of
And
course.
then it stroked the snake,
Right.
and then it swallowed the snake.
No, I think it crawled into the snake.
It laid down and let the snake crawl into it.
Oh! And then it slithered up like a snake and
Yes.
wasn't bothered by the other. Okay, that's... Alright.
I didn't write it.
Sounds like we're in the red light district.
Well, I'm not trying this first.
I hope you
Got it.
boys don't have a gag reflex.
No. Okay, who wants to thwack the snake, then stroke it, then swallow it?
I'd say just like maybe before try it. I don't know. Maybe just double flaming sphere and just roll them around.
I don't know. Actually, Kathma being a local, is this like super out there in terms of local practices and like
He
religion?
has never heard anything at all about anything remotely similar.
It's weird even for him, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like he doesn't get out very much.
Well, guess who gets to try it first?
The
The
druid.
imp.
Not gonna complain.
Okay. So the imp goes over to the first stairs and first step, and he's definitely got the attention of a snake, and he takes that orchid and he just smacks that snake right in the face, and the snake goes back into the striking pose, and the imp's taking the feather and stroking the flank of the snake, and the snake starts to calm down, and it lays flat on the ground, of which, the imp lays down beside of it and opens his mouth, and you see the snake slither around, and it's approaching the mouth, and down it goes.
Okay, I'll tell the imp to slither on up the staircase and tell me if it works.
Okay, let's see. I need you to... let me get you to roll a d20 plus 1 for the imp's Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh, at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, so I just rolled a 20. Do you want it in the tower or you want it in the...
You can roll it in the open.
Okay. I'm just going to roll the 20 and then we'll get a +1, you say. With disadvantage, sorry. I didn't do the disadvantage, so I'll roll it again. So it's the 7. +1, 8.
Okay. The imp starts gagging, and just think of how you would react when you swallowed a snake, and this imp starts heaving, and you kind of feel sorry for this little tiny fiend that's on the stairs of this ancient structure, puking up a snake.
Yeah.
Does it look like the other snakes are attacking him yet?
No. The other snake, once it has cleared the imp's vomit, slithered back into the rest of the pack.
Okay, but the imp made it through the snakes.
And no, the imp just puked out the snake. The snakes are starting to be aggressive toward him to the point that the imp steps back.
Oh, okay, so he threw up before he went into the snakes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And these are regular snakes, just snakes. They aren't like super snakes or big
No,
snakes.
it's just swarms of them.
Just swarms of snakes.
Regular sized snakes. It's
Are we
okay.
sure we couldn't just use like flaming spheres to clear a pathway?
It probably
Kinda
just
push it
grow
back.
back like the other one, though, right?
And didn't the Chawanga needed to slither up the walls like a snake to get past this area in the first place?
Yes, but he did not throw up the snake. And out of character, the imp had at a disadvantage simply because he's of an evil nature.
Right.
I will take an action and dismiss the amp to a parallel dimension and call him out later.
All right,
You
the
know what?
imp goes bye-bye.
Despite Kathma never taking the following series of actions before, I would say, he probably has cut, some goat's throat or something and drank its raw blood for some ritual before, so
Oh yeah,
Kathma is willing to give it a shot. It's not too far out the left field for this man.
yeah. Swallowing a snake is something new, but he's eaten plenty of them in his lifetime.
Yeah, so he will nod to his companion and says he would be willing to give it a shot, and since he's the local guy in the first place, he should be, and he will attempt to copy the Chawanga steps.
Wait, we can kill two birds with one stone. We'll have the druid turn in one of the snakes and you can swallow him.
I don't think it works that way.
The druid's smiling right now, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, before we get to that point, I do want to retcon a little bit on the imp. As he threw up the snake, he also took psychic damage,
Oh,
which would have been definitely more than enough to kill him anyway.
oh. That's not fun.
No. So, who swallowed the next snake? Kawatha? Kathma?
Kathma will attempt to do what the Chawanga did.
Constitution saving throw, please.
You got it. No, it's over here. Nice. I got it. Oh! May I
Yes, you may.
You already know I was gonna ask. All right. One more. No! Oh, it was never meant to be.
Okay, the snake gets down there. You got this weird, queasy look, and um, you puke the snake up. And as the snake's coming out, you do indeed take psychic damage.
All right.
Whoa.
Kathma is picking up the snake. He's clutching his head, having the migraine of his life as he's stumbling backwards.
And Kathma, you took 18 points of
Holy
psychic damage.
moly.
That blows.
Ha, ha, ha. Who said that? Stefan?
Yes.
Is that you? I can call you up.
Okay, well, in my defense, I did not mean that pun. Although
Alright.
it got really well.
Alright, I'm going to be hurting a lot. Okay.
I can throw a die your way.
A die?
A warlock healing.
Warlocks can heal?
Celestial warlocks can heal.
Oh. Yeah,
Um,
be great. I can also
let's see.
patch up a little bit myself as well.
Didn't target you. Hold on. Yeah, target's Kathma.
Wait, why do I have an effect that says the DM is mad at me? What's
That was from something from the last game.
That,
don't
my
know,
friend, is called a hint.
Oh, alright.
Just a little mental note like Diego owes me a life.
Cool. Alright. Kathma will also touch himself a little bit with lay on hands. He will expend all 10 points. And he will thank crap. You're not on the turn. Orin. You will thank Orin for his assistance. But he says, yeah, swallowing snakes is a bad idea. These snakes in particular are
Okay. Orin will try it next because I've got temporary hit points that I can regenerate. So I can try it next.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
So main sheet Constitution.
And you're feeling a little queasy, but the snake's staying put, and you can just feel yourself. Your body is moving in side to side motions, and you start slithering up to the top level past these snakes.
Now at the top of the stairs, I open my mouth, does the snake just want to jump out and go back to the group?
No. Really, once you're up there, you can't feel the snake wiggling in you or anything. You just feel a little full.
Okay.
Wrong on so many levels.
I guess I'm next.
You have this urge to make a video and download it to Pornhub. Damn it.
Look at what he can swallow.
That's right.
Okay, sure. Constitution saving throw. 10 or higher.
Hey, that definitely passed.
Who would like to be next?
I'll go next. Moltac is there. So I've got to do a Constitution saving throw. Should I use my inspiration and roll at advantage, I wonder? Yeah, sure. I'll do
I
that.
think you can wait until after you roll for that, right?
Yeah, if you flunk, I can let you can use it to
Oh, okay.
re-roll.
Okay. In that case, I want to do the Constitution save, right?
Yes, sir.
That is correct. Well,
It
you
rolled at
forgot to
advantage. Oh,
untick it.
it's because it's my dwarf racial trait, dwarven resilience. Says
Yeah.
on saving throws against poison. I think it automatically applied it. So I can expend the. It says it dropped the 2, so I can. If you
Yeah.
use-
Drop the 2 if you want to hit your inspiration and re-roll.
Oh, okay.
The reroll would have been the second roll, right? Or it could have been the first. I guess you don't know.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
It's
Sorry.
possible it could have been the first roll. We'll never
Yeah.
know.
We'll never know, but that's fine. I'll just spend the inspiration point, and then I passed, and now I'm in the club. I get to go up to the top, hang out.
Yes.
Sure.
You do manage to get up to the top.
Okay. Hey, look at me go. Sweet. That's awesome.
All right, so it's just me left, right?
Nope, there's 3 of us left, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's you, Sheer, and Kathma.
No, I'm up there.
Oh, you're up there. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was...
Kawasha, and Kawasha is now up there.
All right. So it's just a con saving throw, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So close. So close.
Well, I got this inspiration point, so I might as well use it. If that's what all the cool kids are doing these days.
And the druid is a cool kid. Don't ask him.
Hey, there we go. That's better.
And you make it to the top.
Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Right.
And this time round, you need an 11 or better.
But we got to
All
go
right.
through this again.
Kathma is going to...
Oh no, he's going.
Yes, it's the only way forward, so he will try. I want to see if I get something that helps me out here. Just give me 1 quick second. This is... Cool. I will cast Bless on myself.
There you go.
Never mind. I don't have it prepared. I will not cast Bless on myself. Ah, damn it. Should have had that prepared. So I got Cure Wounds. That's okay. Heroism is... Heroism. Protection. Oh, you know what? Kathman is going to use his Divine Sense really quickly to sweep over these snakes.
See what kind of spice they need to go down easier.
No, it's more. Are they Celestial Fiend or Undead?
No, they're
None of
just
the,
snakes.
Okay. Alright. Yep, I got nothing. Okay, he's gonna just give it a go. Where is my... There it is. Oh, come on. Ooh.
Congratulations. You managed to swallow the snake and keep it down, and you slither past all of them, and you all are now up at the top.
Alright.
And let's see. That is the shrine. Okay, the shrine at the top is a simple rectangular structure made out of brick. And the outside walls, as both Kawasha and Kathma would know, are decorated with these labyrinth signals of the god Ubtao. And beyond the open doorway is a dusty, barren room. And let's see. Party sheet. Moltok, you are the only one that notices the aroma of incense.
I will ask the others. Does anybody else smell incense up here? Or is this just me?
It's just you.
Oh. I'll be like, hey, just so you know, guys, I don't think we're alone because I smell incense.
Well, I'm incensed.
Oh, that's got to be worth an inspiration point. Come on.
Absolutely. Who said that?
Augie.
This seems to be bad jokes to session.
Okay.
Okay, what else is this weird temple gonna have us do?
But yes, you see this barren, dusty room. And you think Molotov might be having a stroke because he's smelling incense.
It's patchouli.
That's right. Dreadlocks. Bust out some steel drums.
I see a little man.
That's right.
Don't you know?
That's right. Who'll
Well?
be having a blunt?
Yes. What you go be talking to the little man, Katma man?
The Rastafarian druid.
So, what are you gonna do? You gonna enter the room?
Are any of the little men running around, or we don't see them?
You're not seeing a one of them.
So when you say enter the room, I mean we're at the top of this. You're talking about like, let me put an arrow on here.
Yeah,
Like
right,
over
right there. You,
Oh, okay.
you can see inside this shrine at the top, and
okay.
it appears just to be one empty, big, dusty room. And Kathma, I forgot about you and Kawasha. These little chewingas that you saw.
Yep.
They shun most of the other creatures. No two of them are exactly alike, and they look like they're 6-inch tall animated dolls with strange masks and limbs and so forth. Their appearance is sometimes foreshadowed by cool breezes, the smell of flowers, and dancing fireflies. From what you know, you've heard stories of these tiny creatures, but you've never heard anyone talk about them being aggressive or
Okay.
anyone have been harmed by them. And you're just not seeing them anywhere around.
Until now.
Until, yeah, at the entrance where I saw it, walk up the steps and then swallow a snake.
As one's attacking us with a spear. They don't hurt you. They're harmless. Don't hurt him. Stab, stab, stab.
Alright, good to know.
Okay, so
Maltalk will move in. if no one else will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go in.
I'll slowly move in.
Yep, me too.
Okay, as you're all moving in, who is still holding their flower and feather?
Oh, I
I got
am.
them all. Flower, feather,
Yeah, I'm holding the
snake.
flower in the I don't know the snake
Probably
in the belly.
all. Probably all have
Kappa,
them in some capacity.
Kappa probably has the sword and shield, rather than the flower and the feather.
But did you drop them or did you stick them in your pocket?
Well, it's probably in his pouch or something, yeah.
Okay. As you're approaching the doorway, like I said, you're seeing this empty and dusty shrine, and however, as you step through the doorway, suddenly you see hanging lamps illuminating the room. There's these incense burners filling it with exotic scents and curling smoke. You can see cushions and reed mats covering the floor, pots of blooming flowers lining the plastered walls, and there's even singing birds flitting from plant to plant. And you see um, you see this immense snake with iridescent scales resting on a heap of cushions opposite the doorway. And it rises slowly to a height of 5 feet, and it's staring directly into your eyes as it moves. And the face is remarkably human-like, and its tongue flicks out before it speaks. And it says, "I am Saja Nabaza. What do you seek in this ancient place? Speak truly, for I hear your hearts."
Knowledge.
We seek to know where the Soul Forge is to end the blight on the dead.
No, I think we're seeking the lost city of Omu from this guy.
That's where the Soul Forgey thing is, isn't it?
I think it's the Soulmonger. It's the first-
Soulmonger, yeah.
We are clearly not entirely sure what we're looking for.
Which totally makes sense too.
Um, she's not familiar with the term, but you all bring her up to date on what you know about the death curse and so forth, and uh, she seems interested, and she tells you that, I don't know anything at all about the death curse. However, what you describe fits with the various omens tied to the lost city of Omu. And she tells you, let me bring up the map for you. Okay, and okay. So I am on the player's Jolt complete map, and um, she knows that Omu lies between the peaks of flame which is obviously the volcanoes on the mountain ranges, and the Valley of Lost Honor, which is the V on the map.
So it's between those two?
Yes, it's somewhere in there. She does know that it's sunken below the level of the surrounding jungle. So the best way to spot it might be from the air or at least from a high vantage point. Um, and she tells you that even though it is the lost city of Omu and was, destroyed a long time ago, that does not mean that it is vacant. And she, Mesro, page 74. Um, she tells you that, Rosnisi and his followers have taken up residence in the city of Omu, and um, that him and his young Thai followers are scheming to end the world. And she's had visions of this, and you know, um, and naturally,
Pretty ambitious.
yeah,
Is a young tea like a wan tea?
yeah. Give me just a second, I'll tell you a picture up. I'm probably wrong on the. It's pure blood.
Oh yeah, the snake people.
Yeah. And some are more snake-like than humans. Some are snaky humans. And Kathma, you would be familiar with his name. Um, the
Ross Niska.
Yeah, even if just vaguely. And I'm sure you all would ask her about, who he is and whatnot. And she starts telling you the story of Mesro, which was a Chilton city. And by all accounts, it was destroyed by the Soul Plague.
The Soul Plague?
I'm sorry, the Spell Plague.
Oh, Soul Plague. Sorry.
And, all expeditions to its location, indicate as much that it was destroyed during the Spell Plague. And um, after the Spell Plague, there was this evil warlord, Rosnisi, and his undead horde. And he attempted to take over the city of Mesro. And and a let's see, you wouldn't know that. And the rest would probably be on his character. But he was an evil warlord, and things went bad for him in Mesro. And he eventually found his way to Omu and the Young T. And they kind of respected his order and so forth. And he went through this transformation to become one of them. And
Oh,
yeah, rumor has it that this warlord is now half man, half snake.
That's gotta hurt.
And literally, we are talking about an event that happened several hundred years ago. So he's got a little bit of age, and apparently something has kept him alive, whether it was the ritual that he went through. But him and his snaky followers are plotting the destruction of the world.
the whole world. The whole big world.
And you the Naga that you're currently talking to, she is not able to say that, Resnisi's plans are what's causing the spell plague, but, all the signs are pointing to ancient magic from Omu.
Now, I have a question that this tale has made me question a little bit. How does this whole resurrection magic being, not working as intended, how does that affect undeads in general?
It's had no effect on undead.
Okay.
Yeah, they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
And I had asked previously about speaking with the dead. And it's like 50-50 if you can actually talk to somebody that's already dead.
Correct.
So, this Resnisi guy could potentially still have a horde of undead creatures at his command.
He may be commanding all the undead in the swamps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be commanding the undead. However, most of Rosnisi was responsible for a lot of the undead problem that Cholt has had.
Right.
But now he has aligned himself with the Yantis, so whether or not he's creating more undead, no one knows.
Probably. It seems like a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of his way of doing things, I guess. Throwing undead at a problem until it solves itself.
Other than this information, is there any aid she can give us in putting an end to his ending of the world?
I'm glad you asked. Um, she does urge you that, she remembers his first uprising and how horrible it was. And, if you're going to Omu and you encounter him, she urges you to kill him. both as punishment for the past atrocities that he's committed and to prevent any possibility of future atrocities. And she asked, will you heed my wish?
That's our mission. Put an end to this death curse, and he's the behind it. So yeah.
And
even if he wasn't, his plans, his designs to end the world should probably be stopped too if you want to continue living in this world.
okay, so all of you have agreed to it. And okay, click the link, something should pop up. She has she's very pleased that you all have agreed to help rid this evil from the world, and she gives each one of you all a supernatural charm.
Well, who doesn't
Like-
want one of those?
What does it look like?
Do we have to swallow something to get it?
Oh,
Uh,
no.
No, you do not.
So we don't just keep the snake.
And let's see. Feather falling. REST. uh, okay, you can each pick one charm of that list that you would like more information about and to get. Um, the charm of the Slayer. One sword in your possession becomes a dragon slayer or a giant slayer for the next 9 days. The charm of restoration has 6 charges, and it will do greater restoration requiring 4 charges or lesser requiring 2.
Where do we see the? I don't see this list.
Chat
For the-
window.
In the chat window.
Oh, there. Oh, okay.
The charm of the Slayer, does it have to be a sword? Like I know Dragon Slayer is tied to swords specifically because 5e is fucking stupid like that, but Giant Slayer can be a sword or an axe, I believe.
Yeah, I would be,
Yeah, I don't think it really matters unless like it's specifically
You say
on something
restoration
specifically.
was greater restoration up to 6 times?
hold on just a second now.
No worries.
I just pasted a link to the DM's module,
Yeah,
and
would
it's
work.
about midways down under charms.
Yep. That's a lot of charms.
I think I went too far. Where is charm?
Looking to see it, doesn't it? It's under. Look for supernatural gifts in big and bold,
Okay, I found it.
and then it's down a little bit from there. And guys, while you're all looking at charms and deciding what you want, let's take 10 here.
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. See you in a few.
That doesn't
That's a
sound
lot.
bad.
I mean, if you attack them like 4 times around, they're bound to fail one, right?
Yeah. Did he say there's one of each, or did he say we could pick any one we wanted?
I think we each get to pick one.
Okay. But we can't pick the same one, or we can pick the same one?
I think we can.
Thermuse usually
Didn't say
pretty
exactly,
flexible
but
about these
nice.
sorts of things.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hello.
Welcome back.
All right. Did y'all decide which charms you wanted and have taken?
I believe so.
Seems that way.
Kathma would select the heroism. That's what he chooses.
I'm taking the Slayer charm.
Orin has taken the Conjure Animals charm.
Moltak is taking the Ring of Feather Falling.
Smart move.
It's a charm, though. It's not like a full-on ring, right?
It's
Yeah,
But
it lasts
it
for-
lasts
tells you
for
the
10
benefits
days.
of a ring, yeah. For 10
Yeah.
For 10 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're up on top of a ziggurat and mountains and all sorts of weird shit, so.
Diego's gonna take. I'm gonna say conjure animals as well.
All right. And the imp does not get one.
What? That's crap. The hell, man.
Let's keep the imp down.
The man keeping the imp down.
Steph, I wouldn't complain too much because I haven't told you what you got to do to get down from the ziggurat.
Hey, I'm jumping off. I don't know about these guys. But
That's funny.
Okay. So, Sasha thanks you for, your promise to defeat Rosnisi when you encounter him and whatnot. And, she points you in the general direction that you needed to go. And is there anything else you would like to ask her before you depart?
What, perhaps any enemies of the Yarn team we could help from?
In the eyes of the Auntie, everyone is their enemy.
But anyone that's fighting a certain tribe or like maybe a town, Nezro survivors maybe? Are they a thing?
No, they wouldn't be a thing because this was hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
But she really, other than they despise everyone, you might be able to find an ally along the way. But right now, short of going back to the Port Nazaru and hiring mercenaries, that's about all she could recommend.
How about the red dragon of the Wormhead Mine? He probably doesn't want the world to end, does he?
Yeah, but red dragons are also evil with a capital E and probably a capital V as well.
Eve.
Show Slayer charms and just head on over there.
Yeah, she's never directly encountered the dragon, so she can't speak of his willingness to help.
How about Belandru or Rakavo? Belandru of the Heart of Uptow.
Valandra might be open to assistance.
Is there any way to get onto the Heart of Uptow? Because it looks pretty difficult.
I haven't ventured out of my shrine here for centuries, so I really couldn't tell you. Other than where there's a will, there's a way. And the heart of Uptow. Really need to hotkey that map. Is not that far out of the way, headed to Omu. So it could be worth pursuing. And let's see, that was
There's also an airship crashed. Does she know anything about that?
no, she doesn't. Where the hell did the airship? No, she knows absolutely nothing about the airship other than, from time to time she's seen them pass over Chult. And it's currently south of your current location by quite a few days.
So it sounds like we need to get somewhere high to see the city of Omu. So we could either go to the Heart of Uptow and try to get the aid of Balandra, or we could go right to the airship, which might be high enough to see where the city of Omu is. Or we could burn a lot of time and go down to the city to try and get mercenaries and everyone to join us on a war to.
Man, we don't really have money for a bunch of mercenaries.
True, but we could at least pass on information that where Omu it roughly is, and that they're actually the ones behind it.
Yeah.
In case we die, someone else might be able to follow up behind us and
Uh,
where we fail.
well, backtracking to Camp Vengeance to relay that information is just a couple of days out of the way. Depending
then
on how you want to head south. Do you want to go through the basin? Do you want to go through the woods and have to cross the river?
It looks like the airship is also on the way to the heart of Uptow.
No, the heart of Uptow is H to the southeast, and the airship is directly south of P.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I
it's
thought
the
it
S.
was
No. The ship is the S
Alright.
on player's Chult complete map.
Yep. What does the V stand for? I thought that would be Heart of Uptow.
The V is the Valley of Honor. Valley of Lost Honor, and the P are the peaks of Flame.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. And if we do backtrack, then we could also ask if anyone knows a good way to get to the heart of Uptow, or maybe up the mountains around the ship either. So
But if we go back to Camp Vengeance, we'll probably try to be co-opted by Captain Dickhead.
Captain Ticket.
Yeah, you could always put a note on a crossbow bolt and shoot it at him.
His head is an actual penis. It's like the bad guy in Deadpool. Captain Ticket. That's awesome.
So, which way do we want to go?
probably the most responsible thing to do is to report back to Camp Vengeance, fill them in, catch them up to date, and move on to the heart of Uptow. Because even if we can't see Omu from that perch, there could A, be a possible ally, and B, maybe excuse me, oh jeez, a possible ally, and B, maybe she can give us even more information on how to get to the Lost City. That doesn't involve getting
I'm not so keen on heading back up to Camp Vengeance anytime soon, honestly. After what happened the last time, we may not be able to leave without a fight.
Oh, what happened last time?
So basically, they got a bunch of they're operating at half power. Like a bunch of them are fucking sick or something. And like
Yeah.
as soon as we got there after escorting the half orc, whatever her name was, the captain, the guy in charge at Camp Vengeance, was like, "Okay, well now you get to help further by hauling all of our fucking sick people back the way you came up to the
Yeah,
port
he tried
town."
to-
And we're like, "No, we ain't got time for that." And he's like, "Tough shit."
He tried to gang press us. We had to weasel our way out of it,
I see.
or we would have lost 3 weeks going all the way back to Go without collecting $200.
Okay, yeah, Camp Vengeance doesn't seem like a good idea then. Do we want to bypass the whole informing others of what we learned? Or do we want to spend like a week to trek back to the town proper?
I think the town proper would probably be like a month at this point.
A month? Holy moly!
It would probably be more than a week.
Yeah, it'd easily be a week or more, depending on the
Okay,
weather.
screw that. All right. Heart of Uptow. Any objections to this?
Not a one.
That'd be a wonderful idea.
All right. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. Okay,
It
I've
really
kissed
would-
Brian's go.
It really would be nice to send word so that someone else could come, but
Could you familiar travel a great distance then?
could. We could approach Camp Vengeance. I could have the familiar fly in, find the cleric that we came up with. She's okay. Have her come outside the fort and we'll talk to her. But don't go in the fort again because Corporal Jackhead.
Jackhead.
That's Commander Breakbone to you.
That's Commodore Fuckstick, that's what I say.
I've seen a trend.
Now, if you're going to the heart of Uptown, you got to go through the basin and coming back east. You could get within close enough distance to the camp in order to send the imp in.
Yeah, we could write
Sounds like a
something
plan.
down and it could drop it in her lap, and then fly back. Sold.
Okay, so you all set out from Orlunga, headed toward the heart of Uptown. And you're making pretty good progress. It's another hot day in the jungle. And I'm going to give you some story points for Orlunga, which will put you, 710 points away from level 4.
Oh boy.
Jesus. All right, I just want to note one thing. If it's been a long rest, I'm changing my spells prepared. Just a heads up. I'm taking away Wrathful Smite in favor of Bless.
Yeah, that's no problem at all. And I don't think anyone has seriously used any spells. And let's delete that one. And we'll put you all on a new map. And okay, you all walk the remainder of the day, and you come upon this ancient abandoned shrine. And it's on its little pedestal surrounded by jungle. And you can see it's nothing more than just this giant skull carved out of stone sitting on top of this pedestal. And both Kawasha and Kathma don't recognize any religious significance to it from being local to Chult. But it seems like it might be a fairly safe spot to camp for the night.
Giant skull. You don't have a different tent in stock?
uh, so the sun starts to set, and you're all preparing for your evening. Another night in the jungle. And who wants to take first watch?
I can.
Oh, I guess Shear's doing it.
Okay. Diego, you want to go second? Steph third?
Sure.
Okay.
And we'll put Orem and Kathma pulling up the last.
All right.
Okay, if you all would find your sleeping spots for the night on the map.
Is there a fire spot in here somewhere? Or... I guess we're kind of in a ring. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if the fire was blocked from view from far away. So within, like at the foot of the staircase, maybe?
I still have bark skin, apparently.
Like put the fire like there.
Yeah, because if these blocks around are taller than the fire won't cast long shadows through the jungle. I would
Right.
think. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're able to block out most of the light from within a 30-foot radius to where it's not totally a beacon in the middle of the jungle. And once again, as the sun sets, the jungle just comes alive with noise, and as all the nightlife starts to come out, and Jorn, your shift and Diego's shift goes by uneventful.
Of course. I see where you're going.
And Maltok, it's your shift, and you're just tending to the fire and keeping an eye out, and you hear abilities. You hear yelling. It sounded like a creature is terrified. And to the north of you, in the distance, you hear first one scream, and then a second scream, followed by a third scream. And it's not in common. It's in a language that you don't know, but you get the sense that these creatures are petrified, and you can hear all kinds of noise coming from the jungle immediately to the north of you.
So it's speech. It's not like an animal scream.
Correct.
Okay. I start rousing. I start rousing the rest of the party. Say, hey, something's out there. Something's screaming. Creatures in the night. like the Kiss album.
It wasn't one of their better ones, but
No, it wasn't. That's okay.
so everyone's awake now.
I assume the screaming is still going.
Yes, the screaming is still going. The noise is still coming towards you. It's getting louder, and just
Do I have a
to
sense of distance, like 100 feet, 1,000, 20 feet,
100 and closing.
and from all around or a specific direction?
Just from the immediate north of you.
Okay, so the other side of the skull.
Correct.
Okay. So I mean, if we can act, then I'll move up onto the skull and see if I can see anything in the headed our way. I assume it's pitch black out, of course.
Yes, it is.
Now, being as someone who's had to run for his life and hide from many dinosaurs, Kathma will turn to Moltak. You're the druid, right?
Yes.
And ask if he has any spells that could help hide us in these forests.
Actually, I do not have anything that would work in that particular manner.
All right.
Well, actually, I do. I have Pass Without Trace, which makes everybody super stealthy.
All right. Good enough.
So why don't I cast that?
Kathma will start killing the fire by, tossing dirt over it and kicking it down, stamping it out.
So I just target everybody, I assume. And then Pass Without Trace. Oh, I gotta go to my actions tab here. That is spell level 2. Pass Without Trace. Go there. And I just put the effect on everything. Oh, I just put it on myself. How'd that happen?
I think it's just for the concentration thing, so.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh, targeting self. I want to go targets, right?
Yes.
There we go. Like that. Okay. So I will cast Pass Without Trace. That's a second level spell slot. And then, are we going into initiative order? Or?
Yes. Let's roll initiative for what's about to happen next.
Should we stealth first? Since we're doing all this stealthing.
I rolled a 1. That really sucked.
Where is my initiative? There it is.
I rolled a 1. I don't know that I can roll a 1. Let's see.
Oh, I can.
Attacks, checks, and saves. Nope, not initiative.
Okay. I'm assuming you all by now are hunkering down and ready for action and just trying to be quiet. So let's get those stealth checks in there.
I don't have dark vision, so I'm going to cast light on my staff and then hide it.
Well, somebody definitely heard.
And we're plus 10, is that correct? With the spell?
Yeah, that's what it says. Each
Oh.
creature accused within 30 feet of you, including you, has a 10-foot bonus to dexterity stealth checks and cannot be tracked except by magical means. I applied the effect, but it doesn't look like it helped.
Well, then I rolled a 16.
Alright, I'll roll stealth at disadvantage because I have heavy armor.
I added 10 to mine.
Oh, that is a very high disadvantage roll.
No kidding.
So, that's weird.
The pass without trace effect. Let me pull up your.
Oh, you know what? I didn't select myself.
Sheet level
That's
2.
the problem. I did not apply the effect to myself.
Yeah, that actual effect is just to trigger the concentration check
Oh, I
if
see.
you get hit. So, but
Okay.
yeah, everyone is being really quiet, and the screaming is getting louder and louder and louder. And you see, zoom out on the map a little bit, and you see three goblins burst out of the tree line. And they are yelling and screaming, and I mean, they are just flat out running. And we lock tokens. And who the hell is that? Oren. Let me
Yes.
see. Let me just go ahead and move them. Oh, then we'll do initiative round. And as the goblins come running, I mean, they are just petrified, and yelling, and from behind them, you can hear something even bigger coming. But they're running right through the camp, and with your stealth rolls, they're not seeing you. So, Kathma, you're actually up first.
Hmm. Well,
Of course, it helps if I make their initiative rolls too.
hmm.
Hey, which they all three went first, so that's not a problem.
He's going first, but since they're, presumably well hidden thanks to the effect of Moltak's spell, Kappa doesn't want to do anything drastic, but what he does do is he peeks up and looking away from him and tries and catch a look at whatever's, that.
You were breaking up there just a little bit at the end. You're looking to see if you can see what's coming.
Exactly, yep.
You're starting to feel the ground shake, and you're seeing trees starting to come over, but this round you just can't really see what's causing it. But you know it's big.
Then, Kathma, as a, would Kappa know of any creature big enough to cause this trembling?
Oh yes, you can think of several, including a massive fucking dinosaur.
And they're all not good.
Exactly.
Alright, Kathma is going to turn around to his companions and, in one of those hushed, urgent tones, he's going to tell his companions to head directly east. Excuse me, east. And to avoid this thing. It's a really big predator, and we do not want to be in its way. And he's gonna take his own advice, and he's gonna very quietly but very quickly start moving away from the direct path.
And how long's passed without trace good for?
As
An
long as I
hour.
concentrate, up to an hour.
Okay. Let me get another stealth roll out of you, Kathma.
Sure. He will dive into the bushes there. Come on. 1, 2. Yep. Got its skills. And here you go. I mean, I'll be the end of my turn. Oh, you know what? I do have a bonus action though. And are you ready for this?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna cast a spell for this exact situation. I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat. You remember we were talking about this? Alright, Expeditious Retreat. And that will be the end of his turn.
Okay, Diego.
Okay. All right. Well, then, so these goblins are just jumping out, and we got rumbling underground. Is that right?
Yes, but to be more accurate, the goblins are coming yelling and screaming out of the tree line.
So yeah, they're running from whatever this thing is too. All right. Well, maybe I'll just go. I'm gonna head up here and just try to see if I can see what's going on, and just be kind of prepared to like run if anything too crazy comes.
Didn't Kathma just tell us to fucking run?
Yeah, but did we find out? Like all right, yeah. Like, are we just bolting? Like, are we just
Yeah.
running after him? Is that the plan?
I'm pretty sure the words he said were large, scary predator thing.
Big predator, and he's gonna say, do not want to be in his direct path, and he's gonna, jolt out, and that's what he did.
Okay, well then I'll just like triple dash then. I can triple run. So I'll just be gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'll just peace out.
Peace out.
Okay, let me get another stealth roll from you.
Another one. All right. Okay, that's off. Stealth. And that's without the +10. That's still in effect.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Bjorn.
Well, everyone else is running, so I'm gonna book it in the same direction. Only having 30 feet of movement involved.
You can do a dash if you want.
Yeet. Straight into the bushes.
And hey, let's make that stealth check.
don't forget a +10.
Alright.
Okay, Oren.
Well, everybody seems to be running.
So I have a question. Did Kathma's warning, did that specifically say to move in that direction? Because Oren might, if we're stealthing,
Yes.
he might be better off moving in the opposite direction.
For what it's worth, Kathman said to head east, and he bolted after he said that.
Since there are large blocks completely surrounding that square that I'm moving to, I'm just going to go over there and try to hide. I'm naturally stealthy as a Lightfoot halfling, so I can hide in just about anything. So
Okay.
I'll
Let
duck
me
in
get
there.
your stealth check, please.
Okay, stealth with a plus 10. And I already have a plus 5, so there. I'm going to hang out right there.
Okay. Kawasha. And Kawasha is going to cast Entangle at the goblin.
Nice bait. That's awesome.
And the goblin succeeded, so unfortunately he is not entangled. And Kawasha takes off running. And Steph.
Okay, well, apparently, discretion is a better part of valor, so I guess I can do what, a double move? Is that right?
Yeah, the
Okay,
dash will give you double movement.
and my normal movement is 25, so I can move 50. I guess I'll go 1. Like that.
Okay, and can I get a stealth check out of you?
Stealth check, and then that's at plus 10, right? On this. So. Still didn't put it in there.
Okay, well, okay, 5 of you ran right in front of a goblin. I have a hard time, especially with those of you all doing a dash, that you managed to be stealthy. You know what I mean?
That's fair, but the goblin is running away, so does it really give a shit?
uh, I am going to say that, the goblin felt a little resistance from, overcoming the entangled spell, that he at least noticed Kawasha. Sound fair to everyone?
I'm not saying he can't have noticed us. I'm asking, does he care? He's running from a bigger threat.
Gonna say
Uh,
we're kind of the least of his problems, aren't we?
we will find out. Okay. Goblin 6 runs south a little more, all yelling and screaming and waving his arms. And Goblin 2 is just flat out doing a dash. While yelling and screaming as well. Um, Goblin 1, seeing Kawasha, still yelling and screaming, but he changes direction somewhat. And instead of running south, he's running northeast. Still wide enough from the group, but has definitely changed directions. And you hear a mighty roar.
Holy shit!
And bursting out of the woods, and yeah, he is actually centered, is this monster Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Figures. Typical. That's such a
Wait,
good
who's that? Who's that still in the in the ruins?
Orin, but he's hiding.
Okay.
And I'm like off the map. I had like another 90 movement. Oh my god. Nuts to these guys.
uh, um, and the dinosaur comes down, and he pauses momentarily. No. I'm doing a dash. So, yeah, the dinosaur comes running down, and he's looking around while he's running. And Goblin number 1 seemed to captured his attention. So the T-Rex is headed toward the goblin.
Wow.
Other way, other way, other way.
Alright. Kathma would like to stay absolutely perfectly still. Let's see here. But he will in action to 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm seeing potentially maybe 2 people in the open. Are they actually in the open, or are they also hiding? Is Kawasha and Moltak hidden?
I don't know about Moltak, but Kawasha is not.
Moltak is not hitting. Moltak was running across open ground. Moltak wasn't smart enough to jump into a bush.
Alright.
Although pass without a trace helps with that, doesn't it?
Supposedly.
Kathma will stay perfectly still, but as a ready action, he will, if he sees the Tyrannosaurus Rex moving south towards any of his companions, he will take the dash action to move up and intercept the T-Rex so they don't reach his companions. That's what he's going to do.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm going to move. Let's see. Where do I want to go?
Very far away.
Oh yeah, I can get pretty far. I can just be right off the map. Okay, so... Alright, so here, this is my move and my action. And I'll jump into the bushes, and as a bonus action, I will hide.
All right.
Thanks to my cunning action.
Cunning
Do you want me
is-
to drop it in the tower or anything?
No, it's fine. Okay.
I think I'm gonna do the exact same thing as Kathma and just prep an action to intercept the T-Rex if necessary.
You really should have gotten those giant Slayer weapons or something.
I did, but
Oh,
it's not gonna help. This is a T-Rex. I don't think it qualifies.
oh, it doesn't. Oh no.
Giant Slayer, as in giants, not just creatures
Oh.
above large.
Damn.
Orin is going to. Is the T-Rex so big it can't fit into some of this ruins? These blocks?
No, it could probably wedge its way past a little bit of rubble where you're at.
Okay. Then I'm going to.
If anything, part of it might be difficult terrain for it, but
Sacred Flame, I believe, is. It descends and the target gains no benefit from cover. It doesn't actually come from me, it comes from the sky.
But
Right?
if you attack, you stop stealthing.
Oh, well, that's
They
true.
automatically know what you are.
I'm just going to stay right where I am then. And if I ready a spell, then I cast it whether I do or not, right?
Yes, you can ready an action. Like say, if the T-Rex turns on you, you want to ready an action to cast your Sacred Flame or something.
But do I lose the spell slot regardless of whether or not the trigger happens, right?
No, you do not lose your spell slot. That's a old Pathfinder rule. That's like holding a spell.
Ah, okay. Then I will hold Misty Step in case it tries to chomp me. I can disappear and go 30 feet somewhere else.
okay. Kawasha is going to run over to the bushes and hide. And as he's stepping into the bushes, he trips and falls on the ground and quickly, rolls over into the battle ready pose, hoping nothing hurt him.
Everybody seems awfully clustery there. I'm going.
What's the T-Rex gonna do? Cast Fireball?
I'm going to go over there
give
and
him
try
at
to
least.
stealth and jump into the bushes. Or actually, no, hold on. I actually want to go about there. So. Yep. And then do I need to make another stealth check?
Yes, please.
So now I'm 10. There we go.
And, Jorn and Orin, can I get stealth checks from both of you as well?
Why?
Because you didn't move one when you hid in the bushes.
Or into?
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
You didn't make one when you hid in the bushes.
Oh, so just existing, we have to roll the stealth check. Not just
Hey, you've got a +10 bonus. Quit bitching. Okay. Goblin number 6 is running south, and then he starts running southeast. Goblin number 2 is going to run a normal distance to the east. All of them are still yelling and screaming. Then you come
I'm
back
sorry.
over. Go ahead.
You're saying Goblin 2 is running in the same direction as the T-Rex?
Yes,
Okay.
just east. Not up towards, but, parallel. And Goblin number 1, you see him look back over his shoulder, and there's this massive T-Rex coming after him. So, he starts running through the bushes, trying to lose him, and then he starts headed south.
well, that's going to draw some unwanted attention into our general direction.
And the T-Rex lets out a mighty roar. And starts headed southeast towards the goblin. And
That's bullshit, man. You did that on purpose.
So Goblin 1 is totally metagaming.
no, he's not metagaming.
Who knew the goblin would come over and hide behind the dwarf?
And
Whatever. All right, bring it. I got no fear.
Now, before you take any actions, I want to ask if the Kapma's and Bjorn's ready actions are applicable in this situation or not.
yes, the readied actions would go off.
Alright, then you should probably move the T-Rex like 5 feet back, because that's probably where we'd be standing.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm just totally talking without push to talk. If all the goblins are starting to head in the eastern direction, I feel like there might be something worse in that direction that's on their side, or they at least have some modicum of control over.
I think they probably just got caught taking a shit and now are trying to run for their lives.
Well, that would be the preferable explanation.
It's a frantic squeeze.
I sure hope goblins don't have like something that wrestles T-Rexes for them.
Frantically trying to pitch it.
Okay, so moving up, did y'all have any other readied actions?
Nah, I think that was it. At least for me, I'm standing there in front of Multek with an axe. Bring it, bitch.
Weren't you holding
Multek
a
appreciates
spell, Kathma?
No, I was holding a ready action to move in front of any allies that would.
Alright,
Orin
Kath.
is holding.
Orin, do you want to trigger your ready to action since it moved forward?
Orin's ready action was to Misty Step. No, I'm not moving.
Okay, that's what you were holding. Okay, so yeah, you two move in front of Steph,
Multek
and
appreciates this.
I'm assuming you're trying to be visible while doing this.
I don't think. Well, it depends. If the T-Rex has his eyes deadlocked on Multek, then definitely he wants to be visible.
Because Multek was still stealthed, isn't he? The T-Rex is just chasing the goblin through Multek's
yeah, quite honestly, the T-Rex was after the goblins until the motion of you two stepping up.
Well, fuck.
All right.
Okay, and um, yeah, the dinosaur is going to try and bite Sheer.
Shocking.
12 hits you?
I'm wearing
Oh, right.
very little armor.
That's right. I remember this conversation last week. You're right.
Yeah.
We gotta go to town and get you like actual armor.
I mean, considering we don't seem to be tracking heat exhaustion or
Oh,
beverage levels, we might as fucking.
You're not, but I am.
we have the alchemy jug, and
Yeah.
Kathma can provide water up to like 5 creatures or something.
Okay, Jorn, the T-Rex reaches out and it manages to bite you. And
there I go.
oh shit.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's not cool.
Bye. Bye, world.
And
It was fun while it lasted.
Over here with my 33 stealth. Like, screw you guys.
okay, and Kathma, you see this T-Rex reach down and it bites Bajoran and it grabs a hold of him in his mouth and it raises its head and it just shakes it back and forth, and Bajoran is like a little rag doll. And finally you see the creature start to turn around and he's spitting out Bajoran on the ground.
Spitting him out.
Wow, that's disrespectful. He one-shots me and I'm not even worth eating? Okay. Fuck you.
Hey,
Fuck
any
you too,
situation where
yeah.
you're not being turned into poo is a good situation.
You're not being turned into poo. That's awesome.
Oh, but you see this tail coming at you as the T-Rex turns. And you are able to dodge out of the way of this tail.
Damn straight.
Then it's your go.
Okay. Alright. Kathma will. Okay, so every round, usually you get a use item or object or whatever action free once around in 5e, right? Now there's a long list of things in it, but I'm not sure if picking up a corpse is under that list of things. Can I pick up Bjorn's corpse?
Yes, I would count that as an action.
Is that
Okay.
going to do you any good?
It will, because if I can pick up the corpse as my free use item or use object or interact object or whatever it's called, action, I will disengage and run away. That's just how you take 35 damage to the face and got flung around like a ragdoll. So, Kathma will, since this map is limited on the right side, he will turn away from the one goblin he saw the T-Rex chasing. He didn't see the other two, so he's gonna run back westwards, probably like southwest, directly away from the T-Rex. So, he's gonna go this far. Bjorn's corpse. And as a bonus action, because he has Expeditious Retreat, I can use a bonus action to dash. And I will move unknowingly closer to Diego, but into these bushes here.
Okay. And
As an aside, is anyone going to question that campsite that's already over?
Yeah.
Or are we just pretending that doesn't
It
exist?
doesn't exist, I think. Yeah. Does it exist?
well, yeah, it's ancient and abandoned. It's an old campsite. And where the hell did you go on the map? So you're carrying the Jorn. And anything else you want to do?
No, that would be his full suite of actions, rather.
All right, Diego.
All right. I guess I'm running. I still got another 20 feet.
Go for it.
Yep. At this point, I'm just bolting 90 feet to turn. Just Tom Cruise running it,
Get me the hell out of here. Okay, sure. You want to make one of those death saving throws?
Yes, I do.
Hey, 2
He's so-
passes.
See, he's just getting good at it now.
All right, Oren.
Oh shit, 2 passes. Does it get worse? Like every time you succeed?
Now it looks like I'm back on my feet. Just with one hit.
No, you rolled a 20 on your death save, which counts as 2 successes.
Well, it counts as getting one hit point back, and he's back up.
Oh, well.
He's conscious, yeah.
Yeah, if you roll a 1, though, it's 2 death saving throws. 2
Okay.
fail ones, yeah.
Bjorn, as your character sort of rouses from being, I guess, bitten in the head by a T-Rex naturally somehow, Kathma will advise you to stop moving around and to stay still so he can carry you further away.
I'll advise him to stop getting bitten by
sure-
T-Rexes.
I'm pretty sure this fucking dude can't even walk straight right now, so it's some
I
pretty.
think he bit just his head. I suspect he bit lots of other stuff too.
That thing is huge. That probably went like down to my ankles. Are you kidding?
He's probably looking for his balls in the bushes.
It'd take me a full turn just to flank it.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, so Orin's turn. Question about flaming sphere. Its range is 60 feet. If I get outside of 60 feet, does it disappear or I just can't control it?
I think it. That's a good question.
Range.
Yeah, I can move it 30 feet a turn afterwards, but in initially shooting it, it shoot at 60 feet.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about what happens if you move past 60. Odd.
Yeah, that's
Well, I would assume probably that it
okay.
disappears.
Yeah, one thing I saw is yes, it is disappearing if it moves outside of range.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do something else, and it might help us, it might not. Darkness doesn't have that. Once it's made on a point, it stays. And it is a 15-foot radius sphere, and it has a range of 60 feet. I am at 65 feet to the Tyrannosaurus Rex right now. So I will move 5 feet up, assuming that'll get me to within 60 feet. And then I will cast darkness on him. Which, let's see, 15-foot radius. Actually, maybe I won't put it right on his point. I'll put it, if I do that, it'll get Quasha.
Darkness isn't like light. You can't attach it to something mobile, right?
No, you can put it on an item.
So could you put it like on his forehead?
Shit, yeah, why not? Can I do that?
I'll allow it.
Depending on how tall the T-Rex is, if you put it on his forehead, the darkness won't even level, so you could be like underneath it and still see.
A creature with dark vision can't see through it. If the point is an object you're holding, it doesn't really say. As long as you're saying it's okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 15 foot of darkness on the T-Rex.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
How tall is the T-Rex?
He's that's how tall is a T-Rex?
Oh no.
That sounds like a Google search in the action.
Yeah.
In the
Okay,
least
I
15 feet.
I'm gonna give it to you because it's saying it was 40 foot long and 15 to 20 feet tall.
Okay.
Yes.
I've got plenty of movement. I can move closer if I need to.
No, I mean, I'm just asking because then that at least in this way, Kawashi isn't blind, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because he's
Is this shit showing up in the chat window for everyone else?
No, what is?
Okay, I don't know if anybody noticed the unnamed character that appeared. That was not necessarily on purpose, but I just figured I'd put together my next character.
Oh,
And I'm seeing stuff show up in the chat window as it shows as I do it, and I just wanted to make sure I'm not bothering it.
Oh no, that stuff's all you.
All right, cool.
okay. Okay, so the T-Rex is darkness.
And then after I cast the darkness on its head, I want to 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna. Well, actually, I could just stand right there. It doesn't really matter, does it? I will move over there and see what's gonna happen. And that's my turn.
Okay, Kawash is, he's kind of bobbing up and down to see in and out of the darkness, and um, he decides to, since it's blinded, let's try and scare it by casting Thunder Wave.
See, this is where conjure animals is good. We just conjure a bunch of cows and then we just run.
Yeah, what did I say about conjuring 8 snacks to distract dinosaurs?
It's like all the other dinosaurs like, what happened, Bob? I went blind, and then there were the cows, and they were chasing me, but they kept running and mooing, and oh Christ, what a day.
Okay, the wave of thunderous force sweeps out from Kawasha, and you can hear the thunder echoing off of the valleys and so forth. It doesn't push the dinosaur back, but does a little bit of damage to him. And then Kawasha is going to hightail it away.
Good call.
Moltac. What is Moltac going to do? I wonder what I could do.
Turn
Oh,
into a cow.
I suspect I am going to. It's one action to go. Well, you know what? I'm just going to run.
Hey, if you're gonna get eaten anyways, you could turn into the snake that apparently causes psychic damage to whoever eats.
Or yeah, like turn into a panther or something that
Yeah.
runs faster than a 25-foot movement speed dwarf.
Yeah,
Right.
that could be a good
T-Rex works
idea.
its way up the ziggurat, and the snake lady's like, "Well, this is weird." So let's see, I can move 50 feet. I guess. I mean, it's got snacks. Doesn't really need me, so.
Pretty sure a lot of animal forms gives you extra movement speed if you want to do that.
Well, I think I can run to there for now. See how it goes. Because, like I said,
He moved 100 feet though on his movement.
That
Well,
was a
but-
dash.
But I'm stealthy, and he still has goblins for options.
This is true, and you have the pass without trace still up, right?
Yeah. God damn it, fucker! It still didn't work.
Oh, it's
Anyway,
20.
so I got a 20 total.
Okay.
Why that affect?
Goblin number 6 is still running east, but he has stopped yelling.
Do we hear choked sobs to the south of us?
And
Maybe they're baiting it into like a pit trap.
And-
Trap? Oh.
goblin number 2 I'm gonna put him back where he was. Goblin number 2 stops yelling and pulls out a short bow. And he shoots at Kawasha with the short bow and does hit Kawasha.
Little bastard.
And yeah, Kawasha takes a little bit of damage. Goblin number 1. He's still headed south, but once again, he is no longer yelling. The T-Rex is just roaring. The darkness. He can't see. He's not sure what's going on, and he's confused, and he starts running uh, northwest, taking the circle of darkness with him. And Kathma, you're up.
Alright. Well, first things first, it seems like Akatha would have seen and probably heard the T-Rex moving in the opposite direction, correct?
Yes, you would have.
Okay. He's going to, let Bjorn down as his use object or whatever. And use Cure Wounds on Bjorn as an action. So, I will go down here. I will target Bjorn. Then I will cast Cure Wounds. I am so sorry.
Damn, bro.
I am so sorry. Then, as a, he's going to walk up here and put himself between the goblin and Quasha after having seen the goblin take a free shot at his friend.
Well, with him running that way, I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna use my cutting action so I can dash as a bonus action, move, and then still attack with advantage as I'm flanking.
Nice.
Huzzah.
Smoosh.
One goblin down.
And that's it.
Okay, Sheer.
Alright, let me see. I'm going to start with second wind. Not as bad as some other recent healing effects.
Hey.
Shall
Aw.
remain nameless.
And has Goblin 6 done any? Well, I guess if they're taking pot shots at any of us, I'm just gonna go down and fight this guy. Actually, you know what? I can just fucking firebolt him from where I am, so I'm gonna do. Oh, look at that. I can actually cast on this guy.
Maybe you've been playing the wrong type of characters all along.
Why?
And you just need to be a caster, and maybe you'll have better dice rolls.
No, I meant because remember the flesh golem, it wouldn't It was throwing up errors when I tried to use
Oh
Firebolt.
yeah. Updated extensions since then.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Oren sees Bjorn with. Does he have 8 hit points or does he have 8 damage on the 24 hit points?
Bjorn has.
I have
12 hit
16
points.
damage.
Ah, you have 16 damage. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. Okay. 16 damage. So I'm going to do some Warlock healing. I will give him 2 of my 4 dice. That one sucked. That one sucked.
I'm sure your friend.
Well,
Apparently
you're
the
welcome.
game itself wants Bjorns to die.
You're welcome.
You're a
That's
helper.
there you go.
Death Wish D&D. And yeah, Kawasha. Yeah, I can't really do that much at range. He's going to head south down to Bajoran.
I guess Goblin 1 over there. He's only 30 feet away. And he's kind of a butthole, we've decided. So I have to, I click save. Fails. And then damage. And he's gone. And then I will move over to there. Get closer to my peeps. I'm going to call that my turn.
Okay, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is still. The moonbeam would have broken the concentration on the darkness, right?
That's a different
No.
caster.
Oh,
Orin was the one who casted darkness.
got
Actually,
it.
It would have broken the dark. It would have broken the concentration on the pass without trace.
I'm pretty sure that's out the window now anyway.
Yeah. Okay, since the darkness is still into effect, y'all got lucky. And the dinosaur, the T-Rex, continues moving back north into the woods. You can hear it stumbling around and bumping into trees and roaring and so forth, but for the time being, it seems like it's moving away from you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless you all want to pursue the dinosaur, we can go out of combat.
Yeah, I think we'll let him go.
So
No.
just so I'm clear, I can totally turn into a little tiny challenge rating 1 T-Rex, right?
If you live long enough to be able to change into whatever CR it is, though, you already seen it.
Yeah, it's true.
Absolutely, and well, unfortunately, your next level just ran off into the woods.
I think I'm okay with not fighting a T-Rex that bites for 35 damage.
Yeah.
I'm pretty alright.
It's like, hey, if you'd lived, you would have made a level. All right.
Yeah, it's not like my AC 15 is gonna handle that too well.
And let's
Like
read.
something like that. Every Far Side comic that ever was written comes to mind. Smoking dinosaurs.
Oh, well, that sucked. Okay. So, shit. That's battles.
Sounds like we get credit as if we had killed it. Sounds like what I'm hearing.
No, not gonna work.
What? And I thought you were the cool DM. What was I wrong?
Hey,
I'll cross with lettuce.
I let you live.
So by applying reverse logic, if we kill enough rats and bugs, we should gain enough everything amount of EXP.
Okay. Instead of getting credit for a CR9 encounter, you get a CR1 for the goblins.
But we get a lift, so
Yeah, this was probably the better option.
CR9. Holy bejeebus.
Yeah, it may have still been just a little early, so that's why I took it easy on you. But hey, welcome to the jungles of Chult.
Yeah, my sneak attack did like 12 damage. Like that's not gonna do a lot to that thing.
Let's not forget that in addition to the 35 damage, it had a tail attack that actually missed.
Yeah, it's the bite was 4d12 plus 7, and the tail was 3d8 plus 7, with an attack bonus of plus 10.
We made a
And the best part is, that's not the best dinosaur that you'll encounter.
hooray.
define best.
uh,
Best for who?
I'm sorry.
Best for who? Best for us? Best for you?
Uh, Best for me.
Oh, I see where this is going.
There are a few very creative creatures in this adventure.
More creative than the snakes?
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely. Okay, so you survived the goblin dinosaur attack, and I forget who mentioned it, but yes, the goblins were really just fate to get the dinosaur to come into camp, and once the dinosaur had killed you all and departed, they would come in and rob your corpses.
That
Oh.
really worked out well for them.
I thought they were luring it to a pit to kill it and eat it.
Yeah, I thought that was the bait for it.
So anyway, this is a great stopping point for tonight.
Nice.
And
Yeah, I think we'll camp somewhere else for the rest of the night instead of where all the blood is drying.
Yeah.
Maybe cast that spell again and we'll all stealth out.
Absolutely, and just so I don't forget, I'll go ahead and give you a long rest.
Hooray.
And took long rest. Okay, same time next week.
Same time next week. I'm good.
Sounds
Yeah.
outstanding. Everybody stay virus free.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree with you on that. So enjoy your quarantines and self isolations and wash your fucking hands, people.
Of course. All right.
All right.
Thanks for running,
Good
and thanks everyone
Thanks,
for
good
running.
game.
Thank you all.